Well, the design that you see here is a concept plan for a small-scale hobby farm. It's about 0.7 of a hectare in size, about 100 metres by about 70 metres in size. And this concept plan was developed from a Google Earth image, and from that Google Earth environment we were able to extract the contour map that you see here, and that contour information helped define the concept for the site. The owner of the property wants to develop some wildlife corridors which will run through here, and wants a wetland in this lower part of the site, and wants some ideas for how the site might be developed. So this has all been done in gCADPlus. Well, I mentioned that the concept that you see was developed from a Google Earth image, and what I've done here, I've moved to another layout and I've put an image from Google Earth under the design, or rather our design was done on top of the Google Earth image. That enabled us to link the wildlife corridor up to some existing vegetation on the left, and we are finishing the wildlife corridor on this property, and there's farming land in the right hand side, and hopefully that will link a corridor for animals such as koalas, which need to move over quite large distances. So the Google Earth image has been quite useful to us. We've been able to trace the footprint of the house and garage and storage and tanks and so on directly from the Google Earth image. So we've been informed by the Google Earth image not only in terms of the contour map but also in terms of what's on the site. I've not yet developed any symbols for this little area in front of the client. Has put some grass in front of the building, and there's been some planting probably on a slope through this area, and that's yet to be added. Well, we used another layout sheet to show some of the species that are planned for use in and around the wetland. We haven't put the aquatic plants on a sheet yet, but that's some work to be done. So with these three layout sheets that we've seen so far, we can see lots and lots of information, or present lots of information to the client. We've also, in a site assessment layout, tried to indicate to the client possible bushfire risks, wildfire risks, summer winds, the direction the summer winds come from, the arc that the sun passes through in summer and the arc that the sun passes through in winter, and also the prevailing, the direction of prevailing winter winds. So we've been able to put some graphics that just indicate that the design for the concept plan has taken these things into account. If we come to our master plan, and if I just select the floating viewport, we've used viewport layers to turn off sun and wind for the sake of argument, and the Google Earth image has been turned off and the bushfire is turned off in this particular. So can you see that you can use viewport layers to ring the changes in individual layout sheets. So I hope that illustrates how we've been able to use gCADPlus to show a potential gCADPlus user how you may use. So I hope that gives you some insight into how you might use gCADPlus to manage the development of this semi-rural property.